Now 4:30, and French authorities say a raid carried out in a Paris suburb left officers injured while 2 terror suspects were killed. We'll have the latest just ahead.
Police are investigating after multiple shootings happened in Lexington yesterday. Another thing happened overnight. Police now trying to figure out if this is all connected.
And Georgetown police say 4 people have been arrested in connection to gang activity. Coming up, more details on that from police.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It must be Wednesday, and we're glad you're along on WKYT This Morning as we get things off and rolling. I'm Bill Bryant.
I'm Rebecca Smith, preparing for some action in the weather
Looks
department.
like it, yeah. Wind and maybe some storms later on today. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, we're already under a wind advisory all day long, so look for those gusts anywhere from 30 to 40 miles per hour. And we're not seeing anything right now. The rain is still well back toward the west, heading our direction. Just don't expect it for the next couple of hours. I would say anywhere from 10 a.m. to about noontime is when you start to see it roll into the far western zones. There's your look across the region with the 60s out and about, and rain for today. Gusty rain, too, at 68 degrees. We'll talk all about this day with the gusty rain and also that interesting weekend coming up.
See you then. Thank you.
We're tracking breaking news right now this morning out of Paris. French authorities confirm the 2 suspects in the last week's terror attacks have been killed. 5 others have been detained, and this follows a police raid north of the capital.
We have learned that police carried out a large raid in the Paris suburb of Saint-Denis. That is where they believe that the suspected mastermind of last week's attacks, Abdelhamid Aboud, was held up in an apartment along with several other heavily armed people. Police say 2 officers were injured during the raid as both sides exchanged gunfire. Witnesses say they also heard several explosions. The victims' identities have not been released at this point, but police say one of the victims blew themselves up during the raid. And we're continuing to track this breaking news. We'll update you, of course, more throughout the morning.
And back here at home this morning, Lexington police still trying to figure out if multiple shootings are connected. Police say it first started yesterday afternoon when they found one person shot on LaSalle Road. A few hours later, they say a man was shot on nearby Lima Drive. During all this, police say a 3rd person showed up at the hospital with a gunshot wound. WKYT's Monique Blair spoke with police about their investigation.
Lexington police were busy Tuesday afternoon. Around 2:30, police were called to LaSalle Road where one person was shot. Police say that person was taken to UK Hospital and is in critical condition. While investigating that scene, police were called to Mr. Money, about a mile away from LaSalle Road, for a report of shots fired. Police tell me one person was shot at that scene and is also in critical condition. Then shortly after 4 o'clock, police were called here to the Dollar Store Plus on Lima Drive, just about a mile and a half from LaSalle Road. When police got here, they found a male victim laying in the parking lot, suffering from 2 gunshot wounds in his back.
When the victim left, he was conscious, so right now it does appear to be a non-life-threatening wounds.
Now police are looking for that victim's car, a gray 2005 Nissan Altima with the tag reading 803TXJ.
Our understanding right now is that the victim's vehicle may have been taken. We don't know if it was the suspect that took it, or we're still trying to piece all that together right now.
Police tell me they are investigating every avenue to determine if these 3 shootings are related to one another.
That'll certainly be part of the investigation as we go forward, trying to determine whether or not those 2 incidents are linked, and if so, how and why.
Police have arrested one person but are not releasing that person's name because charges have not yet been filed. In Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
All right, thank you so much, Monique. Fayette County school officials say a school bus was hit by a stray bullet on LaSalle. There were no students on board at the time. The driver not injured. At this time, no arrests were made.
We're continuing to track developing news from overnight. Lexington police responded to the Hollow Creek area around 11:30 after receiving reports of shots fired. And while searching in that area, they say they found a vehicle with several bullet holes on Linwall Drive. We do not have many details on this right now, still tracking it, but police say it may be connected to yesterday's shootings. Coming up at 5, we'll have much more information from police as we continue to ask questions about this latest incident.
New this morning, Lexington police are currently searching for an inmate after he never returned from a work release program. Police say 32-year-old John Milton Percival was supposed to return to the Fayette County Jail last night at 7. He was originally in jail on drug possession charges and was set to be released November 26. He's 6 feet tall, 150 pounds, with red hair and blue eyes. Police say a warrant has been issued for his arrest.
New this morning, deputies say 4 people are now facing charges in connection to a burglary at an outbuilding in Laurel County. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office arrested Lloyd Burkhart, Desiree Rogers, Jeannie Rogers, and Marty Wagers. Deputies say yesterday morning fishing poles, bait, tools, and some other items were stolen from the outbuilding on Jackson-Ferriston Road. They say the stolen items were worth $21,000 in all. Deputies say they later found those items behind a nearby home and barn.
4 people have been arrested in connection to what police call gang activity in Georgetown. Police say they've been investigating a group of people who call themselves the negatively influenced gangsters. They say one of the people arrested, 28-year-old Marcus Smith, hit a man in the face who had witnessed a gang crime.
A wide range of crimes, from the sale and trafficking of narcotics to robberies to thefts, and it's all pretty much stemming around the illicit drug trade.
Police say in some cases the group would rob people who were trying to buy drugs. They originally named a 5th person as a part of the investigation, but jail records indicate that person never taken into custody.
This morning, a Floyd County woman says she is left with thousands of dollars in damage after a shootout occurred at her home. Police say Robert Powers showed up at his aunt's home near Prestonsburg last month while running from authorities. And during the shootout, in that process, they say that he shot Officer Adam Dixon, who survived. Repair crews say the shootout left the home filled with bullet holes. They say it also was damaged by tear gas that was used during all of this. In total, family members say Powers' actions caused about $15,000 in damage to his aunt's home.
She just come home from work, and it followed her in. I mean, she didn't invite them; they just popped up.
Family members say homeowners insurance will cover some of the damage, but Powers' aunt still has some out-of-pocket costs, and police say Powers has been charged with assault.
Some suspicious men seen in a Scott County neighborhood have people living there concerned, and now police are investigating this. Police say 2 men showed up at a home claiming to be delivering a rug. But when the homeowner questioned them, police say it became a tense situation. WKYT's Garrett Weimer has that story from Scott County.
They claimed to work for Stanley Steamer, coming to a home here at Malibu Canyon with a rolled-up rug. When the homeowner said he didn't send a rug to be cleaned, police say the suspects got pushy and kept trying to get inside the man's home.
Did exactly what you should do. Shut the door, locked the door, picked up the phone, called the police department immediately.
Investigators say the men took off in an older gray or dull white pickup truck. Folks who live nearby weren't happy to hear about the unwelcome visitors to their neighborhood.
We moved out here because it was a lot quieter and safer, and just to hear that someone would come in off the road, very unsettling.
Folks here say now they'll be even more vigilant about what goes on in their neighborhood.
2 eyes, and I work from home, so I'm around a lot here. So I usually check outside a lot. Just talk to one another and just make sure everyone's okay.
And police say you should watch out too.
This is the type of stuff that we see increase about this time of the year. The scams or the invasions or the thefts or things of that nature, the casings of neighborhoods.
Saying as the holiday season approaches, such suspicious activity can hit closer and closer to home. In Scott County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And police say that the 2 men were in their early to mid-30s. They say one man was white, the other was black, and both were wearing hoodies and cargo pants. A Richmond pizza restaurant delivering some help for the family of a fallen police officer. The Papa John's in Richmond donated all its sales yesterday to the family of Officer Daniel Ellis. The restaurant's general manager expected it to be their busiest day ever. The restaurant hopes to raise about $10,000 for the family. It's not actually too late to help. Papa John's is open until 12:30 in the morning.
Actually, it would be too late.
It'd be late
I
now,
lied.
but they were open until
I lied.
12:30 this morning. So I guess they'll be totaling that up, and we'll check back with them, see how they did with that important fundraiser. University of Kentucky students are taking part in a competition that aims to help those in need. UK and other SEC schools are competing to see which school can collect the most canned foods. What UK students collect will be given to the Big Blue Pantry at the end of the month. That pantry helps students in need. Organizers say the goal is for UK students to collect at least 300 canned items. All right, the season is just getting underway, but Coach Cal and the Cats have now shown the country why they're deserving of at least the #2 ranking.
All right, last night UK faced off against the defending national champion Duke. While the score was close in early going, the Cats slowly began to pull away as the game went into the second half. In the end, UK's guard play seemed too much for the Blue Devils. The final score read 74-63. Now 3-0, the Cats look to build on their early season success when they take on Wright State in Rupp Arena on Friday.
All right, but it's always good to win a big one, and it's
Yeah.
always good to beat Duke.
Well, it's bragging rights. I mean, they got it. There you go.
Really good. WKYT this morning just getting started. 4:41 is our time on your Wednesday.
Thanksgiving is a wonderful time to reflect on what we're grateful for. Moms Every Day has some creative ways for the family to do just that coming up.
Here comes some rain in the forecast and also some breezy conditions. We'll talk about when you can expect this on your back doorstep coming up.